The out-of-body experience. Beloved one, we have spoken often about the importance of the breath. We have suggested you take the deep breath quite often during the day to allow yourself to ascend onto the place of beholder, to just watch what you are doing, what you are thinking, what the other ones who are in conversation with you are thinking, how they are feeling. It will be most instructive to you and a bit amusing, because you may be feeling that what you are speaking of is the most important thing, and you are putting it forth to the other one, and the other one is not especially hearing you. They are rehearsing what they are going to say back to you when you stop talking. So it behooves you not to take your hologram and yourself too seriously. In other words, allow yourself to be the beholder and to watch the interaction in the hologram, how the interaction is happening, and to have a sense of humor about it. Now, I know that from time to time you get a little bit emotional about something that is going on, and you get into old patterns of thinking. You put on the judge's robes, as you have called them, and you get into judgment, at least for a moment or so, until you catch yourself and you say, okay, I've put on the judge's robes again. I'm into judging, and I really do not know the whole of the hologram. I don't know what is going on with the other person, so I really can't judge unless I have been and am in their sandals, walking in their sandals and understanding where they are coming from. But as you allow yourself to be in the place of the beholder, you'll see more and more of yourself. In other words, there is nothing outside of you. Everything that you see comes from a place of resonance within yourself, either as you will have experienced it this lifetime, or from previous lifetimes, or for some readings that you have done. Perhaps it comes from some of the moving dramas that you have watched when you feel you are living that life in what would be the 2 hours of your movie. You get right into it, and it is as if you are experiencing that in your lifetime very quickly. That is why you have brought forth the moving dramas, so that you can review, re-look at the lifetimes you have had. Sometimes when you are watching one of the moving dramas, you relate to what is going on in that drama and you say, I know how that feels. How are they going to get out of that situation? And you may be right on the edge of the seat, or perhaps taking a deep breath and sitting back and saying, I know that they're going to work through this. Well, yes, you have. So when you watch the moving dramas, allow yourself to recognize that you have played those parts. You have been in situations, sometimes very scary situations, which you have been very happy to leave. But it is all within you. There is nothing outside of you. The great news about that is that the vastness of what is you and what you can imagine has a place of relatedness within you, because if you can imagine it, you have already been there. So when you see situations and you get caught up in either the moving drama or a book that you are reading, or even in a co-worker's drama that they are telling you about, allow yourself the deep breath and go to the place of the beholder, and watch it as it would be a hologram right in front of you, and see your place in it. See how you are affecting the interchange that is going on. Even as you have the emotions that are aroused, you are in those moments very much in that drama. You would say, well, it's just on the big screen and I'm just sitting watching it. But where does all the emotion and even the story come from? Oh well, somebody scripted it. Somebody I don't even know. Their name is up on the big screen. Well, yes and no. You share with them the authorship of it, because if you were not watching it, it would not be happening. Everything is within you. That is why we have spoken previously about expanding your hologram, expanding what you believe your reality to be, watching it as a hologram in front of you, and then expanding it to know that there is much more, taking the hologram back as far as you can imagine, back to the Big Bang and before that. You play with ideas, exciting ideas. How would it feel to be able to change the world? Where would I start? How? Well, I would have to gather a group of friends around me, and probably ones who have a lot of the golden coins, so that we could effect change. But if everything is within you, you really do not need anyone else. Oh, but yes, I do. I do. I can't do it on my own. I'm supposed to go and talk to Pharaoh? I wouldn't know what to say. But the burning bush said, go talk to Pharaoh, and you will be told what to say. You will be told the next step, because everything that you think about, everything that you dream about that you want to do is possible if you will take the first step. Everything. It has to be possible, because you are the extension of the creative principle, and you are creating your hologram, your reality as you go along, lowercase r. It is your reality, capital R, which allows you to think that you are powerless, that, well, I can do a little bit of good, and if something is hurt, I can give them an encouraging word, but I really can't change the world. Yes, you can. You can change your world. That is how powerful you are. You make your world every moment. As you change your world, you may find that your hologram has expanded to take in others. Now, in truth, there are not others. There is only one of us. But you have made a reality that believes in separation, that believes in bodies and in duality, and the gradations that between good and not so good. But if you have made that, and I assure you that you have, you can change it. Why not? You have already done a miracle in providing yourself with a body and saying that it extends only so far, even if you take in the aura of it. Or if you do not, it only extends to the edge of the skin. It is a miracle in itself, and you do it moment by moment by moment so that it seems to be a continuum. The out-of-body experience is something that you can have without deceasing the body. Let's do a bit of what you call a meditation. Allow yourself to be comfortable and to soften the eyes a bit. Allow yourself to breathe easily, and know that the body is comfortable and you do not have to worry about it. It is going to take care of itself. Now feel yourself in your mind's eye looking down on the body. Just how does it look on the chair? Does it look comfortable? If you feel like you have to wiggle the toes or move around a bit, that's okay. How does the top of the head look? How do the shoulders look? What shirt jacket do you have on? How does it look? How much light is in the room? Is there a growing light? How does it feel to look upon yourself in the light? There is one who is calling to you, one whom you love very much, and they are standing right next to you above the body, looking down at the body the same as you are. There's one standing right next to you by your left elbow and smiling, and their love encompasses you. Their love flows to you and through you, and there is a responding love that flows back from you to them, and there is a feeling of peace, a feeling of security. Ask of them, what would you tell me? What is the most important that I should know now? I have been thinking about, whatever you have been thinking about, what would you tell me? Is there something that I need to do? Is there something I need to just let go of? Is there something that is already in process? And you feel at peace. You feel transported out of the body, above the body. You still have connection to the body because you are not the body. The loved one who stands next to you is allowing you to see that you are love, and you feel your love expanding. Then you look up and you see the stars. You see the heaven with the glittering lights of stars. There is one that goes very fast, and you know it to be alive with brothers and sisters whom you have known. And the loved ones who stand at your elbow nod, yes, those are ones you have known, and you will come to know again. The stars are your friends, and your friends are in the stars. All is you. Allow yourself to feel expansive, secure, floating, free, alive, and yet not having to care. And the loved one who stands at your elbow whispers in your ear a message only for you, a message for you. There is a sense of peace and calm that you know you will always feel and take with you. And then when the message is finished, the one who loves you and is standing by your elbow whispers to you that it is time for you to return to the focus of the body. But they will always be at your elbow, and they will always be accessible to you. And so, taking a deep breath, allow the focus of your attention to return to the body, once more sitting on the chair. And when it is easy, focus your eyes and you will find yourself right where you've always been. You can go to that place anytime you want to. All it requires is you take a deep breath and release the very strong focus you have on the body, the identification with the body. The body will always serve you. It will always be your servant. But more and more, as you are expanding your understanding of reality, you are going to find yourself above the body, looking from the place of beholder, finding your answers in the space that is not attached to the body, in the divinity that is the reality, capital R of you. The knowing is what I have been leading you to all these months and years, where we have talked about various aspects of being. We have often been speaking of reality, lowercase r, and the hologram, and you have wondered, why is he still talking about the hologram? It's a great idea, but I can't see it having import in my life, but I don't know why he keeps bringing back to the hologram. I come back to it because it is a truth of what you are living. And if it is a hologram and you are creating the hologram right in front of you and all around you, you can change it. That is my gospel. That is my good news to you. And one of these days it is going to sink into that place where you're going to say, hey, I can make changes. I can change everything and anything that I want to change. I am not at the mercy of anyone else's dictates, because truly there is not anyone separate from you. And if I'm making all the rules and regulations and saying how weak I am and how these limitations have to affect me, well, I've gone off the track of remembering who I am. Not only who I am, but what I am. And I say unto you very strongly, in this lifetime yet, you will know who and what you are. You will know it in this lifetime. Wake up and know that you are your own teacher. Wake up and know that you are your own Christ, the Christed one, all powerful to change everything into love. That is how powerful you are. If you want love, I give it to you. It is yours free. If you want health, I give it to you. If you want many years to enjoy this lifetime, I give it to you. It is yours. The only small catch is you have to accept it. If you want a better world, I give it to you because there is no separation. Everything that you recognize and acknowledge in your world comes from you. Well, that's hard to imagine. You mean I'm creating all of those wars that I hear about in my news media? You mean I'm creating all of those dis-eases? You mean I'm the one who is creating the bad guys? Why would I do something like that? I wouldn't do that, Jeshua. I wouldn't do that. You have, because you like to play with drama. You like the adrenaline rush. You like the challenge. You have accepted generational teaching about how the world is. And you have developed a belief in separation. It says that there can be other than you, other than good. But now you are crying out, literally crying out, I hear you, for a better world. Allow yourself to come out of the body, to rise above the body, and to imagine that which would be a better world. And know that when you come back into the body, the world will be changed because you will be changed. It is simple as that. If you hold on to the old way of thinking, it is separated ego only that keeps you from knowing the oneness, the allness, the powerfulness of the Christ of you. Now that is putting it pretty straight. It is only separated ego that wants to be attended to. Allow yourself to ascend into the I am ego. It will not take you from knowing what is going on around you. You will still be aware of the world and what is going on around you, but you will have a different perspective, a different view of everything that is happening, and you will understand why the things that you have perceived to be happening have been perceived. Part of the journey, part of the exquisite creativity of the one divine extension, I will not call you child because that implies separation. It is to know how great you are. Not great in the sense of the world's adulation, but great as the one divine extension of the creative principle. That is how great you are. No one in a long, long time has told you that. But I tell it to you truly. You are powerful. You are all. Everything that you would imagine is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you, and so is the kingdom of hell. Furthermore, there is no judgment. If you want to stay in the place that sees drama, that sees challenges, there's no judgment as to how long or how many lifetimes you want to go over the same scripting. There is no judgment. But if you want to change, and I know that you are calling out for at least a little bit of change, you can do it. I will be with you. I will add my power, which is the same as your power, to yours, and together, as you still understand some separation, we are powerful. And then you will come to know that I am not outside of you. Oh my goodness, you mean that the one that I've worshipped and who's been speaking to me for a good 2,000 years, one way or another, is within me? I am. I abide within you. Make a loving place for me. Put your arms around me within yourself. What you end up doing is hugging yourself. Great. Go on. Put your arms around me. Thank you. It feels kind of good. Anytime you want to be hugged, you want to hug me, you can do it. And if you have no arms, and there are ones who do not have arms, imagine. That is why you built into this reality the gift of imagination, so that you could walk out of this reality once in a while and imagine how it would feel to live a different kind of life. Never have I left you. If we are one, and I assure you that we are, and if I am always with you, I cannot abandon you. If you descend into the depths of hell, and you have been there, you have struggled, you have cried, you have screamed, you have pounded, and you felt like you were in hell, I am there with you. And if you ascend into the heavens and you feel like you have finally got it, I've got it. I know it now. I feel it. I am with you there. Always I am with you. Never are you abandoned. So when you're getting ready to change some of your world, some of your reality, one of the first things you can kick out of that reality is the feeling of separation, of abandonment. Give it a good kick so it does not come back. I would not, but I cannot abandon you. I cannot leave you. We are made of the same stuff, the same divinity, so always I walk with you. Play with being the beholder. Play with the imagination of being out of the body. See how it looks from above. Feel how it feels to be above it. You will not decease the body. You do not have to worry that. Well, if I go too far, the silver cord is going to be severed, and I'll lose the body. They'll take care of it and bury it somewhere, and I'll never find it again. No, that is not going to happen. Allow yourself to play with the imagination, the out-of-body experience, to know that you are more than a body. Allow yourself to feel the power and the peace of the beholder, and know that always I am you. So be it.